Hello, today we're going to talk about the WireShark, okay, and I'm strictly gonna follow this assignment here, and it's kind of easy stuff, nothing to worry. Okay, so for the WireShark, what we're gonna do here is, first of all, I'm gonna follow this whole assignment step by step, okay. So what this assignment says is prepare WireShark to capture packets. Okay, select an appropriate NSI interface package. So the first step is open the command prompt and type ipconfig/all. Okay, and what we're gonna find from here is our PC's IP address and the NIC physical address. The NIC physical address or the MAC address. Okay, so we are gonna find two things from here: IP address and the MAC address. So minimize this and go to the command prompt. Okay, and type in here ipconfig/all. So you're gonna find here a lot of information, and the major information that we need is the physical address, that is MAC address, and the IP address. Okay, so you can find the IP address IPv4 here, and this is my IP address. You will be having a different one for you. And about the MAC address, this one is you should pay attention to this, that right now I'm using the Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm not using the Ethernet LAN cable. So for the Wi-Fi, if you're using the Wi-Fi, if you're using the Wi-Fi, so you should be using the Ethernet local. Yeah. So wireless LAN adapter local area connection. Okay, if you're using this one on the Wi-Fi, then you should be using the wireless adapter local area connection. Okay, so your physical address will be this one, and if you are in case if you're using the LAN cable, then your physical address will be this one, Ethernet adapter. Okay, the physical address will be this one. So for now, my Ethernet address is my physical address, sorry, is this one. Okay, so it's 90489A. so I have written all this address in here. It's 90489A B9 26 A2, sorry. Okay, A2. Okay, so this is my this is my physical address. Okay, so when you're going to do these kind of things in the class, you just consider this one, Ethernet adapter, and your physical address will be this, because in the classes you will be having the desktop PCs, and you will be using the internet by the LAN cable. So just forget about the Wi-Fi. It's just for if you're using it on the your laptops. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is, I have written my IP address here, okay, and my MAC address here. So this one is 3, sorry. Okay, so MAC address here, and this one is also the answer to the first question in the assignment, if you can see here. Okay, so that's it here. And now what's our next step is to start the WireShark. Okay, just go to the WireShark. I've started it already, and go to the interface list. The interface list is what it shows all the what I can say in the layman language is it shows all the list of the interfaces that are used to connect to the internet. Okay, that will be easy. So in case if you're using the Wi-Fi, it also shows a Wi-Fi, and I'm using the Wi-Fi right now, so I should select the Wi-Fi only. And if I be using the Ethernet, the LAN cable, I should be selecting this one. Okay, so right now it's a Wi-Fi only, And one more thing, I'm not getting any kind of packets here. Okay, why? Can you tell me? So let me tell you, because I haven't because I don't have any internet browser running here. Okay, I'm gonna use the Opera Mini, so no browser is on yet, so that's why there is no packets. Okay, so select the Wi-Fi. If you're using the Wi-Fi, then select the Wi-Fi, otherwise the Ethernet LAN cable. Okay, so start it, and in here you will be getting the packets transmissions from your source to your destination. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the browser, and I'm gonna open the google.com. Will be fine. So I'm gonna open google.com. Okay, let's open the google.com. Okay, google.com. So now you can see in the WireShark that there is a lot of transmission of packets because I have opened the google.com. so you can select here, and like you can filter out the protocols from here. There are a lot many of protocols here. If you select suppose DNS, click enter. Okay, it should be all in lowercase DNS. So these all the DNS requests. Okay, so here you can see that it's from google.com, google.ca, google.ca. so all these are from the for the DNS request for the google.ca. Okay, so as you can see here, for the google.com we are having, okay, so here you can see that this DNS is for the Google. Okay, and now according to the assignment, what is given the assignment is that we have to go to the WireShark. We have performed all these steps. Okay, and the next step is that we have to go to the google.com. Okay, minimize the Google window, and return to WireShark and stop the data capture. You should see captured data traffic similar to that shown below. Okay, like this. So what I'm gonna tell you here is that how you can detect the IP address of the website that you have opened. We will be also trying it with Facebook. Okay, so let's do it with google.com first. So now when you have opened the google.com from here, okay, just minimize this window, go to the WireShark and just stop this data capture from here. I have already stopped it. Okay, and then you will find that there will be different kind of protocols like this. Okay, like too many protocols here, too many of them. So what's our first step is just type here DNS. We're gonna filter the protocols, and we just gonna get all the DNS protocols. So just go here and search. Okay, here is our google.ca, and this is our source address, and this is our destination address. Okay, don't misunderstand this with the Google's address. This is not the Google's web browser address. The Google's web browser address is in the next line over here. Okay, so these all are the address of the Google web browser. Okay, so it's starting with 74. Okay, 74.125. so now what we are going to do here is we are going to identify the three-way handshake. So in the assignment it's written that the WireShark with TCP three-way handshake. So just go in the filter and type TCP all in small letters. Okay, and what you're gonna do here is just look at the destination address and find the 74.125 from here. Okay, go and find the 74.125. 74. As you can see, there are too many packets are there. So 74. Here it is. So you can see that this is the TCP three-way handshake. Okay, what three-way handshake means is, let's suppose that on the left side is a source and on the right side is a destination. Okay, when the source sends the request to the destination, then the synchronization flag is set to 1. Okay, and when the destination replies back, then the synchronization and the acknowledgement flag is set to 1, both of them at the same time, right? And the third step of the three-way handshake is, after getting the reply from the destination, the source is gonna give the acknowledgement back. Okay, and at this time the acknowledgement flag is set to 1. So all these three steps are the three-way handshake. Okay, so now here you can see that in the first step, the source is gonna send the reply to the destination. Okay, so here the synchronization packet flag is set to 1. And now in the next step, when the destination is going to reply, here is the destination has become the source, and the source has become the destination. Okay, and then the synchronization and acknowledgement packets are set to 1. And then in the third step, when the source is going to send the acknowledgement, then the source has become the source again, and destination has become the destination again, and the acknowledgement packet is set to 1. So this one is a three-way handshake. Okay, and now so this is a three-way handshake. Okay, so now let's go towards the assignment. So in here, let's skip. We have done this step. Okay, we have done this step, that the DNS we have searched for the DNS protocols by filtering with the DNS name, and we have found it for the google.com. Okay, and then we have find the IP address for the Google web server. Okay, now the next step is, for example, in this assignment it's written that frame 12 is the response from the DNS server, blah blah blah. Let's skip this. Let's go to C part. Find the appropriate packet for the start of a three-way handshake. For example, in this example, it's frame 15 is the start of the three-way handshake. Okay, so now in our example, the start of the three-way packet, or the start of the three-way, is from the packet 412. Okay, or from the frame 412. So this frame is the start of our TCP three-way handshake. Okay, so I hope you got that. Now again go to the assignment, and we have solved this question also. Okay, and what is the IP address of the Google web browser? I hope now you will be able to answer this question. Okay, so this will be 74.125, and what's the rest of the figure is, it's 226.99. Okay, so it's 226.99. okay, save it. So now this is our Google's web browser address, and the next question is, this this part also we have done. If you have many packets that are unrelated to the TCP connection, as I talked that the assignment is related to the TCP IP TCP protocol, so we can filter out that protocol by writing the name of the protocol in here. Okay, and this now let's move to step 3. So examine information within packets including IP address, TCP port, and TCP control flags. Okay, so let's do this part also. It's quite an easy one. So what we are gonna do here is we are gonna point out to our first TCP packet that is responsible for starting the TCP three-way handshake. Okay, so 412 is our first packet. We have pointed out to this packet and just go here and drag it upside. So what you're gonna see here is the different kinds of information regarding to this packet is shown here. Okay, so let's go to the transmission control protocol and see here what's your source port and what's your destination port. Okay, so the source port is the port for our machine, okay, for my machine, and the destination port is the port for the Google's web browser. Okay, so in the first TCP IP three-way handshake, the source port is this, which is my machine, and the destination port is this, which is the Google browser's web server. Okay, I'm gonna expand this by clicking into this plus sign, and now you can see here that the source port is this and the destination port is this. Okay, so let's go here and see at the what flags are set. Can you guess like which flag should be set at the first step? And probably yes, you can. That will be synchronization. Okay, so here it is. You answer, you're right. This is the synchronization that is set to 1. Okay, in the first step. So no other flag is set here. Okay, and the sequence number is also 0. That is also called the relative sequence number, and the acknowledgement number is also 0. Okay, so that's just this thing is related to our assignment. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the assignment and solve some questions. Okay, so what is a TCP source port number, and how would you classify the source port number? I'm gonna do this thing, the second one, a little bit later. First of all, I'm just gonna clear up the TCP source port and what is the TCP destination port number. Okay, it's quite, yeah. Okay, so now what is the TCP port number for the first step of the handshake? As you have seen, the TCP port number the TCP source port number is this 63799, and the destination port number is 80. So we have solved our first and our third question. Okay, so which flag is set in this step, and what is the relative sequence number set to? So I have already told you that the flag in the first step should be synchronization, and the sync flag is set to 1. So the answer to the flags question is synchronization flag, and this relative sequence number is set to 0. Okay, so we have solved these questions, and now what we are left is with how would you classify the source port? How would you classify the source port? How would you classify the destination port? Okay, just go onto the web browser, and I have already copied the link here. Copy it, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so as as you have seen that the source port is 6000 something, where it is. Here it is. Hot 6000 is 63799 and the destination port is 80. So now we're gonna classify these ports. Okay, so 63799, go here to this table. So it's above 60,000. Okay, so here is the classification for that port. It will be private or dynamic port number. Okay, because it's within this range, that's why. So the other one is the 80 port number. The destination port number is 80, so it will be privileged port number. You got that? Okay, so now to select the next frame in the three-way handshake, select go blah blah blah. We don't need to do that kind of thing. We just gonna go over that frame and we're gonna point out it. Okay, and all the information is automatically shown here. So in the second frame, the synchronization and the acknowledgement flag is set to 1. Like here you can see here, synchronization and acknowledgement flag is set to 1. Okay, so same is shown here also. And you should also notice here the source and the destination address, so source and the destination port should also interchange. Okay, because now the source is the destination and the destination is the source. Okay, so here you can see now the source port is 80 and the destination port is 6799. Simple, easy. Okay, and now you can do the same step for the third one also. Just go and click on the third step and the last step of a TCP three-way handshake, and you will see that only the acknowledgement flag will be set to 1 here. Okay, and again the source port will become the source port and the destination port will become the destination port here. Okay, destination port is 80 and the source port is 63799. So that was basically the three-way handshake, and all these are the questions that are related to our assignment, and I hope now you can solve the assignment very easily. Okay, so this one is the three-way handshake. Hope you enjoyed this stuff. All right, thank you.